did I even become a probation officer? In this video, I'm going to share with you how I became a probation officer, and it might help you when you're making your choices for what job or career you want to do after uni. I knew for a long time, from when I was at school and uni, that I wanted to have a job where I'm working with people, where I'm helping people. I did have a summer job at an airport, and I really enjoyed travelling tourism, leisure and tourism. So my dilemma there was, do I go down that route or do I go down the psychology route? And I ended up choosing the psychology route. And honestly, the reason why is because I thought, well, I can have loads of holidays when I have my job in psychology, because that will earn me enough holiday to live out my travelling lifestyle, my travelling dream. Did that happen? No, not quite. But here's what did happen. So I went to uni, I studied psychology and criminology. I combined the both, so I done a joint honours because I knew that I wanted both. I knew I definitely wanted to do both of them. I done a standard 3-year course, and my dissertation was geared towards prison, so it was about social constructions of mothers in prison. So I already knew by then that I definitely was interested in prisons, criminals, criminal justice system, disadvantage, all that kind of thing. So what did I do after uni? Did I just walk on into that probation officer job? No, I did not. If I'm honest, that is what I thought would happen. I'd be able to walk out of uni with my 2-1 and get myself a job that paid a decent salary and that I was qualified enough for. But like all of you probably right now, I had a reality check, and actually that is not the case. Employers want to see experience, and just by being at uni and having your degree, that is not enough experience to do the job like a probation officer job. So my first couple of jobs, so I already had a job when I was at uni. I was working in the local hotel gym, so I was doing a people-facing role. I then got my first job after that was Costa Coffee. I was working at Costa Coffee for the summer. I didn't even last long enough to stay and work my way up to a barista. I was just kind of doing the tables, cleaning away, doing the dishwasher, all of that. My next job was call centre for Nationwide, so I've done a bit of call centre work. And then I got the job as a receptionist in the local probation office. So did that help my career? Massively. How did it help? Well, it helped because obviously I had been interviewed for the job by probation. I was now working at probation. I was the first person that anybody saw when I came to probation. So I would sign in the service users, I would liaise with all the different agencies. I really got to know actually what the probation service was, what the job was about, and I knew from then, yeah, I definitely want to do this job. So my next jobs after that, I worked as office admin for probation. So again, when I was in the role, I looked out for other roles where I could increase. So I done the office admin for probation officers. Then I was Crown Court admin, which included also doing magistrates court admin. I also got a job on the side as an unpaid work supervisor, so I would take the service users out on their unpaid work placements, driving the big white transit van. Yep, that was me. And I also was volunteering for the youth offending service as well on their youth justice panels. So I done a lot of entry-level, low-paid jobs before I even applied to the probation officer trainee scheme. So here's 3 things that you can do if you want to move from where you are now to getting a probation officer job. First thing is apply for those entry-level jobs. They are fine. They are really good ways in. They don't necessarily have to be in probation like my route was. They could be for any organisation, any service that is closely linked with probation, so drug and alcohol services, mental health services, victim services. There are lots. The next thing I've done is I actually asked about the job. So I would ask while I'm working there, people who are doing the job would ask them about the job. I would be observing that. I asked to observe. I went on a prison visit. I went on a visit to a victim's house. So I asked, you ask and you get. And the next thing for how I became a probation officer, I actually relocated for the job because I was not living in London at the time, but the trainee scheme was in London. I did start out travelling for the first 6 months, and in the end I ended up moving to London. So how I became a probation officer. I had an open mind. I was able to travel. You know, I had no children at that time. I had no really commitments or responsibility. So I just moved location. So there we have it, a quick video for you for how I became a probation officer. I've got so many more videos on my channel for you if you are thinking, what do you want to do next after uni?